morning, and welcome to We Are Losing Our Water Again, Winnipeg. Yep, about 15 minutes ago, guy comes to the door, same story as last week. We're going to shut your water off for about all day. Fill your bathtub. Well, you know, the last time I filled my bathtub,
thanks for letting me know.
I didn't use that much. So I just filled some pails this time. Yeah, I've got one of those toilets. It's a low volume flusher. I think it uses about a gallon instead of the 4 gallons that the old ones used to. So hey, I just filled some pails. I suppose now this time I'm going to wish I'd filled the whole bathtub. Okay. I came back to the model table last night, and I spent a lot of time here painting the torpedoes, the propellers on the torpedoes. And earlier this morning, I touched up around where I got the gold on the stabilizing fin. So I was thinking to myself, good, now we can move out of step number 1 and start worrying about the painting in step number 2 here. Well, I forgot. No, we're not done the torpedoes yet. We got to paint the warhead black. Okay, well, that shouldn't take too long. I don't know if I should try and take advantage of that natural. There's that little line there. You know, maybe I don't need to mask it. I might be able to just very, very carefully go up to it with a brush. Although, how long does it take to mask that off anyway? Not that long. So maybe I should mask it. Now, speaking of masking, I just realized this morning I'd forgotten to take this masking tape off of here, and I like to take masking tape off as soon as I can, so that there's not too much chance of it, you know, pulling the paint away from the plastic, because this plastic was not primed. So, well, I guess that's not true. This black is a primer. Yeah, that's the black Stanley primer. What am I worried about? That won't come off. You can't get that stuff off even when you wanna. Anyway, yeah, it's coming up okay. However, we have been doing a lot of talking about lighting and, you know, using LEDs and so on. And this piece that I'm holding in my hand right now, I believe actually has at least 3 little light fixtures in it that go in different places. And, you know, before a person glues something like this in place, like maybe even in the module, I'm not sure about that. When would be the best time to start installing LEDs? Would it be like right now, or would I be able to still get at them when this module thing is made? And I kind of think I would. And I do have another problem, and I want to take and I want to measure these. Oh, let's see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, there's actually 4. Two of them are small, or 3 of them are small, and 1 of them is large. And it could be that the LEDs that I've got here, I believe they're 5 millimeter diameter. That might be too big. But what I did last night was I went on Amazon and I ordered 100 3 millimeters, and then I got an email from somebody who said that they're not the best ones to use, that they're kind of old. I think he used the word old school, and he was talking about another kind which I'd actually been looking at, but they were pretty pricey. At least I thought they were. So I don't know. And remember, I used the word if a lot. And it still applies. This is only going to happen if I feel so motivated. And right now I kind of do. I think it'd be kind of fun. I think I can probably, you know, run the wires out of sight. But it's gonna take a lot more time to get this bill done. And I don't want to end up frustrating myself, finding that I've got unnecessary problems created because I decided to do lighting. And I'll be the first to admit it will be a lot better if it's properly done. An interesting comment from military modeler Paul. He said, if you're going to be putting it in well, he didn't use these exact words, but the idea is if you're going to be putting it in a dust-proof case anyway, maybe you could leave off the front plastic, and then you wouldn't need to worry about getting reflection and stuff like that. So that's a thought too. And I probably would make a case. It'll be a wall hanging case, so it wouldn't be a floor standing case like over there. Okay, yeah, they're just busy out there like crazy. They got my driveway completely blocked off, but it doesn't matter. I'm not going anywhere anyway. So as far as the sunrise went this morning, as near as I can tell, it was very plain, but you could see the sun come up. However, Don and Bridget did come by. I happened to see them. I just happened to look at my monitor as they were walking by, and as best I remember, it was around 7:32 this morning. So that was 2 hours ago. My, where's the morning gone? And I haven't done anything. Well, yeah, I was filling pails with water. That's what I was doing. Okay. Now, I did do a little bit of videoing yesterday. So that means that we're going to have a rollback. And in the rollback, you'll see what I did here on the propellers, and you'll find out what's in that box that came from Amazon yesterday. So let's roll back. Okay, I know you can't see the clock right now. But it's about 18 minutes after 8, and I have finished painting the propellers on all the torpedoes, and then I force-dried them a little bit with an electric heater. You might be able to hear it still running in the background in the kitchen. The other 10 torpedoes are, you might say, getting dried a little better, but it does feel as though it is dry, as near as I can tell here. I'm not getting any sign of anything being wet here. No, this is not thinned, so I'm thinking I'll have a better chance of brushing it if it's not thinned. But on the other hand, it might not go on too good. It might be too creamy, if you know what I mean. But we're going to give it a try here. Maybe what I should do is slip the macro lens on and recompose. No, I think that's going to be okay. Yeah, that should be okay. Okay, just let me put the macro lens on and we'll try and move in a little closer, and I'll try and do one on camera. Okay. Now, the places like right here, that's going to be easy to cover up. And right here, but where it's going to get a little bit more difficult is like right in there. I'm going to have to rotate this a little bit so it's more, so I can see it. Okay, I think you can still see it, and I can see it as well. Let's do the hard one first. I'm just going to want to put it on the edge like this and go right up to the propeller. Yes, this might go okay. Now, as long as we're dealing with this side right here, got a little bit right there. Maybe I should get more of my brushes. And try not to touch the propeller. It doesn't seem to want to stay. If you notice right there where I just painted, it's sort of Almost looks like it's glinting through there. Okay. Now, maybe turn it a little bit more here. Oh my, we got a real mess going on here, don't we? Now try and get this little bit right here without touching the tip of the blade if we can. You know, at arm's length, we're not going to be able to see that anyway. I'll turn it another little bit here, and we got a little spot right here. Just cover that up. Okay, now it got a little bit close there, but I don't think that's going to be noticeable. Okay, I believe that this is the last section right here. I have to turn it just a little bit more for myself. And then we've got down there closer to the hub. I'll probably have to clean my brush in between each propeller. And we got a little tiny bit right here. Let's see if I can turn this so maybe you can see it better. Okay, now let's check this. How is it? Okay, now we've got a little bit of a problem going on right there, but this whole thing is at the wrong angle for me to come in and try and paint that. I'm gonna have to swing everything around and maybe do it off camera. Oh, here, I missed this. That should level out once it dries. Now, is there anything else I can get from this angle? No, I don't think so. I think we got most of it, but I wonder if I could come in like this, maybe. Yeah, that's kind of working. Okay, let's turn it now. And just resample here. I've said this several times before. This is Gabe's specialty. Okay, but more or less got what is maybe just right in here. Yeah, okay, now if I can get the other 10 props, torpedoes rather, this good, I'll be happy. Oh, you know what, I've missed right there. Just about every time you think you're done, you realize you're not. Okay, I think I am now. Let's just check it here. Anybody see anything? Quick in the comments below. Okay, let's not mess with it. Let's quit well with the quitting's good. No, I see a spot right there. Why is it that I keep seeing stuff? Okay. I know you can't see that right now, but I'm sort of seeing something right there. I suppose there might be the odd place on the inside, like up against the tips of the blades. You know, that could be, but okay. Now you know how I like to rotate stuff, right? Okay, let's let that dry and see what it looks like. No use trying to look out the window. It's dark out there. 10 to 9. Not very often I feel like working at the model table this late. Usually I'm pretty tired by now, but I don't know. I'm full of, I guess, mojo or something. What do they call it? Anyway, got a delivery from Amazon today. And some of you probably can guess what this is. Okay? It's something, I think we talked about it in the last episode, or maybe the episode before, when we were painting. Yeah, anyway, that's... 100 paint filters. They look a lot like the ones that that Gabe gave me. So we're good to go here now. And it came with this funny little funnel. I don't think I'll ever use that. It's a little collapsible funnel. let's have a look at it. Good thing my teeth still work. Okay, so I guess the idea is you pull it out. I remember when I was a kid, I had a tin cup that was something like this. It sort of telescoped out. It was sort of a novelty thing. I think I had it when I was a Boy Scout. Yeah, part of my survival kit. I'll never use this. This would be kind of hard to clean, I think. Too many nooks and crannies, but the idea is nice. Anyway, I think that's it for this evening, though. So we'll see you in the morning. Okay, I'm getting kind of low on the Tamiya pre-cut rolls. So I cut up some just ordinary masking tape here. And but I'm looking at this now, and you see these little holes here. And what I'm afraid is that it could be that the paint is going to sort of bleed underneath the edge. Let's just try one here. Oh, I hope these aren't too short. I wonder, in other words, I'm wondering if maybe I should go just to your left of this natural dividing line here. Or should I try and go right on it? It's just... Now, is this going to work? I gotta get more right over top of it here so I can look straight down. Okay, now turn this. How is it coming there? Oh yeah, I was worried about it being about it being too short, but no, that's not straight. That's not straight. I'm going to have to take it off here. Start pulling at more of an angle like this. How are we coming now? Oh, it's just still in the same place. Yeah, that's... Come on, I thought this was going to be easy. I might have just wasted about 10 minutes cutting out masking tape here. You can hear the equipment rattling outside. That's pretty close. How are we doing there? If I could sort of feather it over. Yeah, something like that. That should work. Okay. Yeah, I don't need to worry about it. But then on the other hand, if it does not come exactly right up to that line, it's not going to look right, is it? Because several of these torpedoes are going to be completely visible. They're going to be laying on top of like a tray or whatever, and I wonder, maybe I should try one and just see how close. Let me get one here. You know, how close can I go to that line and not have the paintbrush go over it? Because if some of the paint runs down into the crack and some of it doesn't, it's going to look kind of jagged, though. That's what I'm kind of afraid of. Well, let's just do this one, and then peel it off and see how it looks. Yeah. Our painting and marking guide wants these warheads painted the H339, but H339 I don't got. And they say that I can also use Tamiya's XF24. And that we've got. Okay, I was just recomposing here to paint this warhead with the 24. And I was reading the label here, and you know, it's got this thing about fire hazard and so on. And then in the very fine print, it says, "Do not wear a bright yellow shirt when you're painting with this dark gray." Yeah, so I'm going to go and, well, of course it doesn't say that, but you know what I'm getting at. So I'm going to have to take off Jeff's really nice Bismarck shirt here and stick on my old bus depot shirt. Because Murphy's Law says that the paint is going to just jump right out of there and land all over this. Okay, so the plan is I'm just going to do one on camera here, and we'll see how it goes, and if it works out, then I'll do all the rest. There's 11 altogether. There was 12, if you remember, but one of them we cut the end off of it, and a lot of it's going to be hidden, but my hope is that for the rest of these, I'm going to be able to have the hatch open so that the propellers and this end, the business end of it, you might say. No, I guess the other end's a business end, isn't it? Anyway, I'm hoping that that's going to work. Anyway, now I think if I paint in this direction here, we shouldn't be getting any underneath the masking tape. Although I'm not doing a very good dividing line now, unfortunately, when I do it like that. So I guess I'll have to kind of go at a bit of an angle here. I'm going to try and get away with just one coat. I think I probably can too. Oh my, this is drying fast. Whoa, is this drying fast. Okay, it's a little bit thick right there. I don't know if I try to... Yeah. As Aussie Frenchman says, if you know, don't try and straighten it up, because if you do, you're just going to make it look worse here. So right there, it's okay. I think I got it. Okay, how does that look? Yeah, I think it's going to be okay. All right, let's take our masking tape off. Well, it's wet. I don't know if that's a smart idea or not. Oh, it's a jagged mess. It's a jagged mess. Okay, the rest of them, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put on my magnification hood, and I'm just going to go very, very carefully up to this line. Something like what I'm doing here right now. Only I'll use my smaller brush. Oh, that was too bad. I guess that tape is just not all that good. So I'm talking about putting on my magnification hood, and here I am straining my eyes here with my ordinary glasses on. What's the matter with you, Ron? Okay, at arm's length. Yeah. Okay, let's quit fussing with this, and I prepared a cardboard box here that I could put these in like this. This was the plan. Hopefully yeah, that's going to work. Oh, yeah. Okay, let's try this again. And this time I've got my proper eyewear on. I'm noticing I've got a little blemish going on here. That must be from when I painted with the other paint. All right. Now what we're going to try to do is be able to rotate this and go right up to I want it to just go just into that crack there. There we go. There we go. I'm just going to go all the way around. Yeah, this is actually working better than the masking tape. Or is it? Maybe I better refresh here just a little bit. And we're done. Now I'm going to use my wider brush. That means I'm probably going to have to probably clean brushes in between each one. Okay, now we'll just go when this dries, it should be all right. Get a little bit more on here. Oh, that was a little bit heavy, wasn't it? well, it will, this Tamiya XF paint does shrink wrap really well, but I'm going to have to clean my brush here on something. Okay, now I've got it on my fingers. I'm going to do Abe's thirsty brush thing here. Okay, I think that's going to look okay once it's dry. I know it does appear to be a little bit blotchy right here, but I think that's because some of it is dry and some of it is still wet. Okay, I'm going to just go ahead and do the others much the same way, only hopefully I won't flood it on so badly like I did right there. But I think we're going to be surprised, pleasantly surprised, at how well the definition is going to come out. And we're going to be able to see this little spinner thing in the front. Yeah. It could be I'm going to have to give it a second coat if I want it to look perfect. But, hey, we don't want it to look perfect. Okay, while we're waiting for our XF24 to dry, so we can take a nice look at it, this part right here is this part right here in the painting and marking guide. And I do believe that we have to put 3 smaller light fixtures in this, although I can only find 2 of them in this drawing right here. Here is one, here is the other, and this is the larger one. And okay, here's a small one, and here's a large one. Now, how is that going to compare with these 5mm LEDs? Okay, you can see that the 5mm LED, we don't even need to measure it. We can see that it's way too big. Now, the 3mm would probably be pretty close to what this larger one is. Let's just, for the fun of it, let's see if we can just measure this very carefully here. Sorry, I'm probably getting it out of your field of view, but it's hard to grab onto with my fingers. Maybe I should have done this a different way here. Let's just move this, and hey, it's magnetic. You know what? This piece has probably gotten itself magnetized somehow. Okay, yeah, it's 3.35 millimeters right now, so that means that the 3mm LEDs will be about that size. Now, there is another way that we can go about this, and that would be to not replace these things with LEDs. In other words, don't drill a hole and put an LED right here. Actually put this in and paint it white. H1 is white. Okay, so we could paint it white, and then possibly have LEDs in behind something so that they sort of illuminate the area, but you don't actually see the LED itself. Now, I don't know how that would actually work in something like this. It looks like we are supposed to put some sort of a gantry along here. I think this is sort of a gantry that the torpedo could be run on. It could be an LED, could go sort of in behind that, and so it would illuminate the back area, which would sort of flood around. This is just I'm just sort of thinking out loud. Yeah, okay, clearly these are too big, unless we were to, like I say, hide it in behind something. Places like in the, you might call it the engine room. Well, you know, you could hide it in behind one of the motors, and it would illuminate that whole area. I'm just sort of thinking out loud here. If now here we go with if again. If I find that this is going to be too much of a hassle, I'm probably not going to bother with it. I'll go with something else. Maybe do military modeler Paul's idea of illuminating everything from the outside, and just leave the clear plastic cover off. That might work too. I don't know. Well, that's a long ways down the road, but we are at the place right now that I think that if we were going to be replacing these actual fixtures with LEDs, it should be done now on this piece anyway. I think that would be the easiest time to do it, not waiting until after this thing has a whole bunch of stuff fastened on it, like this part right here, for instance. I don't know. I'm just sort of thinking out loud here, trying to decide what to do. Our torpedoes are about as done as I'm going to do them. Where I was worried about maybe that it was going to be a little bit too thick around the ends here, that's all shrunk wrapped, you might say, and the definition is quite clear. For the most part, I did pretty good at not painting onto the gray. This video is actually a lot longer today than I thought it was. I spent a lot of time talking and painting and stuff like that. And then we had the rollback. Yeah, that was, we haven't had a rollback for a while. Anyway, I'm going to be calling it quits here for today, folks. So thanks for watching, everybody. And all being well, we're going to see you tomorrow.